Have you ever tried to strap down your traction boards and you're afraid they're either going to fly off or they rattle around like a maraca? Yeah, me too. Today we're going to fix that. Welcome to the channel. I'm Mike, this is the Scout, and today we're gonna make some traction board mounts with kind of what I have around the shop. The plan is today to make a better mount for these traction boards. So no matter how tight I get this little strap, they still wiggle back and forth. There are these mounting holes, and I should be able to mount either to one of these cross rails or one of these rails. Maybe some 3/8 rod. I think I've seen some traction board mounts with some 3/8 rod and maybe a sleeve or something on there to kind of hold it down. But I'm going to try and use what I have around the shop. First step is removing our traction boards from the rack. So I think these holes on the traction board line up with our rail here. I'm not sure what this rail is called. But these ones in the back, might be able to make something work there. I think let's start with these front ones because it's going to be easier. I have some little inserts that go in here that are 3/8 that I should be able to thread right into and utilize this rail, and then we'll figure something out on the back when we get there. All right, so I'm gathering some supplies. I was right. Spring nuts is what they are. I bought a couple of packs of these when I built the roof rack on the Scout, and I bought a couple of these like these washer things that go with the spring nuts. And then I think if you guys don't have like a scrap metal bin, you need to start one. Because I have 3/8 rod right here. 3/8 all thread. So that's what we're gonna utilize. I'm gonna measure some stuff up. We'll get it cut and try it out. All right, we're gonna cut this up into some more manageable sizes. And you guys know me, I don't like to measure a whole heck of a lot. I feel better about just kind of winging it. So I think we're gonna cut it probably about 6.5, 7.5 inches. We're gonna cut a couple of pieces here, and then we're gonna fit it up and see what we need to do. All right, I don't actually think we can use this rail directly to hold the 3/8 rod in because it's just offset. If I put the rod directly in the center of the rail, which is where these spring nuts will go, the traction board's going to hit the front. So I need to move it back. I'd like to move it back about that far, which puts the rod just a 1/2 inch back but I think I might be able to use these as an offset and put a bolt down through and hold the spring clamp and then hold this here. And then that'll line up like that. And then on the back side, that might just work. Let me grab a couple of bolts and we'll get this put together. All right, we grabbed our bucket of bolts. I grabbed a couple more of these spacers. And let's see if this is gonna work even. I guess the first step is untangling the spring bolts, spring nuts.
Many hours later.
This took unusually too long. What I could have done is just fed the one bolt or one nut on here, put the washer, put the plate, and then put this one on instead of threading it all the way down. But whatever. All right, that actually fits really well. Let's do the other one and see if that'll work. All right, I cut these quite a bit too long. They need to be at least as long as this so that the knobs will stick up. I think my knobs are gonna hit here. We'll see, but I think that will work. These bolts that I got are too long. They only need to be about 1 inch long. I think those are about 1.5 inches. So I'll get some shorter bolts and then we'll bolt this bad boy down. All right, we got all thread cut. We got shorter bolts. We got our extra brackets to mount all 4 sides. I think the next step is just to assemble everything loosely and make sure it all fits, and then we'll bolt it down. And some of you might be thinking, Mike, they make mounts for traction boards. Why not just buy one on Amazon? Well, that's too easy. I like doing things the hard way. And not all traction board mounts are going to fit with the racks and setups that you have. I have stuff laying around. I'm sure this stuff costs more than $10 that a traction board mount online is going to cost, but then I can say I made this. All right, I had to adjust this front mount a little bit because of this crossbar. I couldn't angle it like these other ones. So now we're just gonna kind of tighten some stuff down. So that it doesn't move as much. I don't mind if it moves a little bit. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if these will fit on here. This isn't looking good. All right, I think this one needs to slide that way, as well as this one needs to slide that way. All right, moment of truth. Let's see how these fit. So I did have to, you can see these ones are angled this way to give me enough space distance this way. Let's make sure those are fairly tight. Perfect. Perfect. That one fits on there. They fit. Where's our knobs? Obviously, I'm probably going to take these off and cut these down because I don't need these sticking up so far. Perfect, those actually fit. The knobs work really well. The traction boards fit really well. I think they're gonna be secure. I'm gonna cut these off. I will probably actually measure one of these. Actually, no, I'll just go get my marker. We'll just mark it. I'll probably leave it about an inch long, sticking out maybe to the top of this. An inch, cut that off, and then I'll do the same with all these. All right, at this point, We got these mounts, solid mounted. They're not going anywhere. I got the all thread cut for the final dimensions and tapered the ends of it so that hopefully the knobs just perfect. The knobs just spin on. So now it's basically just a bolt sandwich. We're just gonna bolt everything back together. All right, so we got the traction boards all mounted up and they are secure. We got our knobs in, we got the all thread cut off. Everything seems pretty secure. I mean, it should hold up going down the freeway at like 60 or 70. I mean, I'd say 80, but the Scout typically doesn't do 80. Just when I'm trying to pass somebody, it doesn't like going 80. Is it gonna hold up to a 1,000-mile off-road adventure? Absolutely. It's 3/8 rod. It's 3/8 nuts, 1/4 inch thick steel. It should hold up. The only thing, like I said, that I'm worried about is maybe the knobs vibrating loose and the traction boards flying off, but that's a future mic problem. So not bad for kind of a quick project with just some stuff I had laying around the house. Get out in your shop, get out in your garage, make something, do something, put it together. But most of all, like, get it put back together so you can get out and drive it. But that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching.